more can I say?
Top Billin. How, Sway? How, Top Billin? How does your man John Schneider keep doing this shit? It has to be some type of subterfuge going on there. We're going to have to start, I don't know, man. We're going to start checking this man's taxes or something like that, tax fraud or something like that. This man keeps pulling rabbits out of his hat, and he's making Seattle's roster, to me, better than it was last year. I think it's undoubtedly better. I think where Seattle messed up last year was forgetting how to play Seattle football, and that starts with the defensive side of the ball. All this worrying about the quarterback and doing this and stuff, doing this and that on offense, that's cool. That is damn cool, and that will rear itself. There's no doubt about that. They will be fine on offense. But the first however many games they were playing defense, that was not Seattle football. So the brain trust there with, of course, John Schneider and your man, Granddaddy Pete. Granddaddy Pete and them boys are in their bag. How in the hell they land Aldon Smith? You remember during the season when everybody's coming on the channel and they're like, oh, man, there's no way you got to cut Russell. You got to cut this player. You got to cut. We don't have any money. Everybody's got to go. It's a fire sale. How in the hell does that happen? And you go from that to first with Gabe Jackson, right, for Gerald Everett. And then you re-sign Carlos Dunlap, the fire starter, the jump off, right? You re-sign that man, got him back in the fold. Obviously, it came at the cost of one, Jaron Reed, which, you know what I'm saying? Jaron Reed is a mother, you know what I'm saying? He's going to do his thing out there in Kansas City. I love me some Jaron Reed. Jaron Reed can go. I don't care what nobody says. Jaron Reed can go. But then, shit, you bring back freaking Carlos Dunlap. You know how that was, to me, I don't know. It was unexpected to me. I thought he was for sure gone, but they made it happen, right? If there's a will, there's a way. And some of these other teams come on here and they're like, oh, I suggest something. They're like, oh, they don't have any money. I'm like, do you watch Seattle? Do you see what Seattle does every year? And the New Orleans Saints is another team. They pull rabbits out of hats. They really do. So now this man has gone and gotten Aldon Smith from the Cowboys. I don't even know the terms of the deal, right? I was just, you know what I'm saying, I was out working out and stuff like that. I'm like, Aldon Smith? I'm seeing this shit is bananas. You're seeing my legit reaction to this. I don't understand how this happened. Think about a defensive line, right? And Kerry Hyder. You had Kerry Hyder from San Francisco. How many damn edge players do you need? This shit is incredible. This is like one of them crazy-ass Alabama-type college defensive lines or defensive fronts where you can just continuously trot people out there. You can have different pressure packages, different simulated pressure packages. You can have different groups of series of people in there, and maybe you put slide Kerry Hyder inside. He can be a 5 technique next to an Aldon Smith, right? You have an L.J. Collier there and guys like Darrell Taylor and these guys, but of course Carlos Dunlap always out there. Plays great against the run and stuff like that, but there's nobody more talented. As great as Carlos Dunlap is, and y'all saw me talk about that when they acquired him last year, and I was telling you how great this guy was, twirling the anonymity out there in Cincinnati, he ain't nothing like Aldon Smith from a straight-up talent perspective. I'm a huge Aldon Smith guy. I ain't gonna lie. I had Aldon Smith jersey when he was in San Francisco 49ers. I went and met that man when they came to Atlanta and played the Falcons. I went to the away team part, met that man and all the San Francisco 49ers, but I wanted to see Aldon Smith. This dude, he broke into the league like you wouldn't believe. I thought he was going to be good watching him at Missouri, playing on the Missouri teams, the loaded Missouri teams you look back on and all the NFL talent on those Missouri teams. But, man, his start, and I said it at the time, I believe that he was going to be the greatest edge player in the history of the NFL. He had Lawrence Taylor-type ability. And he started out like a ball, like you wouldn't believe. He was on fire. His first 2 or 3 years, man, he had to have the most sacks ever to start a career. But, man, as you know out there, kids, man, you can have all the talent in the world straight up, man. Even your boy Murph is guilty of this and everything like that. Hey, you're off the field, or, you know what I'm saying, if you're whatever you have going on in your life can impact exactly where you want to be going in life, because we should be talking about this man right now going to the Hall of Fame. And right now we're talking about him going to his 4th or 5th team, and that's after playing last year with the Dallas Cowboys and having, I believe, 4 years off of the sport. 4 years off of production that he would have had, he might have been the all-time NFL sack leader. He is that good. Him and Von Miller coming at the same time, they had a little competitive rivalry and everything. And I remember him telling Von Miller, he's like, well, shit, look who's leading the league in sacks or whatever like that. It ain't you or something like that back in the day. That was some fun shit. But, man, fast forward now, get with a franchise like Seattle, right? One of the top 5 franchises in all of sports. And then here's another thing, right? When I heard that Aldon Smith was visiting Seattle, I was like, I'm not going to pay attention to it, right? Because the Seattle fans always talking to me like, oh, we can't have this particular guy because he's a locker room distraction. Antonio Brown in this. I'm like, well, maybe they right, man. I'm saying maybe they don't want some locker room distraction types. But to me, it's like, you know what's a distraction? Taking your ass home in the first round of the playoffs looking goofy, having to watch the shit at the bar. Eventually, you're going to have to learn that your locker room, right, is chock full of veterans like a Bobby Wagner and a Russell Wilson, all these guys, Dwayne Brown, these guys should be able to handle a locker room. The locker room polices itself. If you don't have a strong locker room, man, it doesn't matter. The New England Patriots can take on guys like Antonio Brown and Chad Ochocinco, and back in the day with Corey Dillon and all these guys or whatever like that, because they have a strong locker room, strong presence in the locker room, winning tradition. These guys fall in line. So Aldon Smith looked like he's gotten his life together. He did pretty good there with the Cowboys. It was first year back. I wasn't expecting much. But if you see here, 31 solo tackles. He had 5 sacks last year. It's pretty good right there. I felt like his first year back would be, you know what I mean, be something like I felt like his next year back he could break out. And our next year back, I expect him to break out playing with the Seattle Seahawks and the type of talent that they have around him. Come on, man. This shit is bananas. Look at this shit. All right, look at this, right? The man had 14 sacks as a rookie and 19 and a half sacks his second year, 8 and a half his third year. He had 8 and a half sacks in 11 games played. He was on his way to absolutely destroying the NFL, man. One of the saddest cases that you'll ever see right here. This is one of the most talented edge players, bar none. I would say the most talented edge player, can play from a motorcycle stance, put his hand in the dirt, play him at a 9 technique. You can play him and reduce him down to a 5 technique. He can work on the inside. He's that strong. He's that physical. He's that crafty. He's that explosive. Everything that you could want. And he's good against the run, and he plays with a great motor and everything. He was just one of these guys just special like that, man. So I don't know what to tell you, but I do know this shit is about to be lit up in Seattle. And your man, John Schneider, man, he out there creating felonies or something like that, man. And you know what? You know I got to do a little bit of a film study. You know what game is from because you saw me do this game on the channel, and this man absolutely destroyed this particular team right here. So let's go ahead and get into a little bit of the wake you up and remind you. All right, as always, make sure you support quality content, man. Come on now. You already know every time I do Seattle content, I'm always having a little bit of problems, a little bit of issues with people. You got guys that can't get these jokes off. You know what I mean? We have a little bit of humor here. Obviously, it's all about the actual intricacies of the game. But, you know, we get a little jokes off here from time to time, man. It might be a little off color or whatever like that. You got people be wanting to cancel your boy and stuff. So make sure you support quality content because they can't cancel somebody who arrived canceled, baby. I am not a role model. I sell crack. All right, so here we go right here. Your boy Aldon Smith, y'all remember this particular game right here. Aldon Smith, elder abuse like you wouldn't believe on your man Dwayne Brown right here, and it was bad for him right there. Check this out. Oh, all kinds of stuff to be – first of all, what is Dwayne Brown doing? Why is he looking at his shoes and shit? He's like, damn, I got the same shoes on I had on before, to play before or something like that. He's questioning himself right there. He don't even know if he's wearing cleats or nothing like that. This was some good shit right here. This is what you call converting speed to power, quite simply. And look at him working from a motorcycle stance right here. Now, if you see him, he's not giving you any tell. You don't know if he's going to run the arc or whatever like that. He's not putting any hands out. Dwayne Brown is at his particular mercy. So, boom, he gets up under Dwayne Brown. Look at the leverage and the bend right here. Remember, this guy's been out of football for 4 years. I didn't expect much from him. He's getting up under big Dwayne Brown right here. Dwayne Brown, he gave him half a man. Look, gave him the physicality, then simply skirted around him. Dwayne Brown worried about the physicality portion of it. Not happening right there. But Dwayne Brown he's in FEMA mode, right? Straight recovery mode right there. Boom, gets Russell. Look at Russell. What is Russell? What's your boy Russell doing right there? Russell didn't want none, man. Russell's like, however you want to do it, sir. Is it the missionary or whatever? Come on, man. You know what we call that right there. Prison loving. Deal with it. Here we go again. Elder abuse again. Going against Dwayne Brown. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, Russell. Russell had the mission abort right here. He just threw it. Ain't nobody over there. Russell's like, man, I'm getting rid of this bad boy. Come on, man. Look at this dude coming around right here looking like he's going to run the arc. Dwayne Brown tries to meet the friction right here. He leans into it. Doesn't matter. He just shoves Dwayne Brown aside like he's 175 pounds or something like that. Look at the strength of this guy. 6'4", 265 pounds or whatever like that. Just serves Dwayne Brown out. Keeps it moving. Dwayne Brown once again in FEMA mode. Russell Wilson lucky to be able to get this one off right here. Lucky it wasn't called grounding. Maybe it was called grounding. I don't remember. But come on. You can see the talent of this dude. Look, it got so bad they had to give Dwayne Brown a little help with Mike Upati here. And it didn't matter because look at the motor. Steps, climbs back up in it, still gets the sack. He's not going to stop. He's not going to stop working. Can't stop, won't stop. Beat him on the inside move right here. Lucky Upati was there, or that would have been just a straight-up cold-blooded sack right there. Working with the double team, it doesn't matter. Those guys rest, he keeps going, climbs back up in the pocket, still gets himself a sack. Come on, this dude with Carlos Dunlap on the same team with Kerry Hyder. Ooh, boy. Last one here for good measure. This time going against Brandon Shell, and we know that's a mismatch right there. Too easy. Oh. Man, Russell went down easy too, man. $2 hooker style. Brandon Shell, he ain't want none anyway. Look at him coming out of a 4-point stance now on the other side. Completely squares Brandon Shell up. No respect and no regard for human life. Bench presses him into the lap of the QB. Straight prison loving. Prison loved him. Got to his bunkie. Got to his bunkie and sealed the deal right there, right? So he likes you and he wants you. You can do this the easy way or the hard way. He getting to your quarterback. Him, Carlos Dunlap, LJ Collier, Darrell Taylor. Man, I think I read somewhere where Al Wood is back for his 9th tour. He's been on the Seattle Seahawks like 9 times. Every other time you look up, every 3 or 4 years, he's coming around, man. He's like leap year. He's coming to the Seattle Seahawks. So they got some dudes, man. They have some absolute dudes on that defensive front, man. So maybe this comes at the expense of a Bobby Wagner. If so, man, so be it. There's some guys that you can get, you know what I'm saying, no disrespect to I'm sorry, not Bobby Wagner, but KJ Wright. I like KJ Wright, man. I like him a lot. But, man, these are the tough decisions you have to make. So that's what John Schneider is all about. They're going to make these tough decisions. They're going to be in the interest of the team and propelling the team forward. So you have to say that Seattle's definitely on the track to where it's looking like it has the goods to go to a Super Bowl. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. Nothing much to say from that, man. Let me know what you think about your boy Aldon Smith being added to the Seattle Seahawks, man. But what more can I say? Peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.